Hey everyone, today we're diving into something truly wild. We're talking about one of the most powerful predators on the planet, but we're not focusing on the teeth or the claws. Nope, we're going to talk about its tongue. Yep, you heard me right, its tongue. So, you gotta ask, right? Why on earth is a tiger's tongue so spiky? I mean, it looks like it's covered in these tiny, sharp hooks. It seems kind of intense, doesn't it? Well, there's an absolutely fascinating reason behind it, and it's just a perfect example of nature's brilliant engineering. And to really drive home just how extreme this is, get this. It's so rough that it could literally make you bleed from a single lick. I'm not kidding. We're not talking about a slightly scratchy cat tongue here. We're talking about something so abrasive it could cut your skin. It's a wild thought, right? But it really tells you that this tongue is a serious tool.
Okay, so to figure out why they have this, we first have to understand what exactly we're looking at. So let's break down the anatomy of these incredible spikes.
So these things aren't just random bumps on a tongue. They've got a specific name and a very specific structure. They're called papillae. And what's wild is that they're not just sharp, they're all facing backwards, pointing towards the tiger's throat. And trust me, that design is definitely not an accident. It's a key part of the whole story.
Okay, so we know what they're called, but what are they even made of? Are they like tiny little teeth or some kind of soft tissue? Well, the answer is going to surprise you because it's something you see every single day.
Believe it or not, these spikes are made of keratin. That's the exact same stuff that makes up your own fingernails and your hair. Just think about that for a second. It's like having hundreds of tiny, sharp fingernails covering a tongue. It's a pretty simple material, but when nature shapes it like this, whoa, it becomes an unbelievably effective tool. So, we've got a tongue covered in what are basically tiny fingernails. It's a wild feature for sure. But what's the point? Why did tigers evolve this way? Well, this is where that tongue transforms from just a weird feature into an absolutely essential piece of survival gear. The thing you've got to understand is that this tongue isn't a one-trick pony. It's a multi-tool. It has two main jobs, and they're pretty different. Okay, so job number one, grooming. You've seen how thick a tiger's fur is, right? It needs a seriously heavy-duty brush to stay clean and get rid of any nasty parasites, and these spikes are perfect for that. But it's the second job where things get really, really intense, and that's eating. You remember those backward-facing spikes we talked about? Well, a tiger uses them to scrape every last bit of meat right off the bones of its prey. When you're a tiger in the wild, you can't afford to waste a single calorie. This tongue makes sure nothing gets left behind.
All right, so a spiky tongue for cleaning up and eating, that makes total sense for a huge predator like a tiger. But here's where the story takes a little twist. This incredible feature, it's not just for tigers. It's actually kind of a feline family secret. Now, your first thought is probably that, okay, this is a big cat thing, right? Lions, leopards, jaguars, and yeah, they have them too. But this little superpower shows up in a place that might be a lot closer to home.
That's right, your pet cat, your everyday, ordinary house cat, has the exact same kind of spiky tongue. It's just a smaller version. You know that rough sandpaper feeling you get when your cat gives you a lick? Yep, that is the exact same biological tool that a tiger uses to strip meat from a bone. A tiger's spikes are obviously way bigger and more prominent, but the basic design, it's sitting right there on your couch. Isn't that amazing when you think about it? This feature that seems so brutal and so exotic, something you'd only see on a huge predator, is actually a fundamental part of what it means to be a cat. It's a genuine natural superpower, connecting the king of the jungle to the little fuzzball sleeping on your bed, hiding in plain sight the whole time. And that just leaves you wondering, right? If a simple house cat is hiding the same secret weapon as a tiger, what other incredible animal superpowers are all around us, just waiting to be noticed? Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, stay curious.